משנה זו, ביור משנה ב', משנה זו מוסיפה ללמד בעניין הממונים על כספי המקדש. This Mishnah is going to continue talking about. אין פוחתין משלושה גזברים. There are no less than three responsible people for their money. Yeah. הממונים על מעון המקדש. They have the responsibility for the money of the מקדש. והם היו פודים את ההקדשות. They used to redeem the Kodesh when it needs to be redeemed. וכל מלאכת הקודש הייתה נעשית על ידם. And all the jobs of the Kodesh, of the temple, used to be done by them. They used to be the one who's going to distribute the money. ומשבעה המרחלין. So you need to have at least 3 guys at the top and 7 guys who are called המרחלין. What's המרחלים? הממונים על אוצרות בית המקדש. They were responsible on the certain monies of the temple. והם היו למעלה מן הגזברים. And they were above the גזברים. So there were 3 גזברים. So the גזברים was the שמאים. They used to say how much value it is. Every ship in order to buy another ship. Yeah? That's the gizbar. Amrachel is the guy on top. What the guy who gets the money is not he gives, I think. He's the one who says. But Tosefet Shanu, with Tosefta Shanu, in Tosefta they said, Shiv'a Amrechalim היו עושים. Oh, now we're going to learn what it used to do. שבעה מפתחות העזרה בידם. There was 7 keys for the azara in their hands. מפתח אחד ביד כל אחד מהם. Each one owned 1 key. רצה אחד מהם לפתוח. If one wanted to open anything, yeah, אינו יכול עד שייכנסו כולם. It says you can't. You need all 7 guys to come into the room at the same time. Otherwise, 6 guys can come and leave the other guy out. No. 7 guys. והמרחלים פותחים. The המרחלים then open. And then the gizbarim נכנסים. And then the gizbar can come in and deal with the money. But in order to open, you say you want money? Okay, so let's discuss. Does the guy need money? If he needs money, well, let's open for him. If he doesn't need money?
So anytime you need money, you need the 7 people to come in, and then another 3. You have 10 people there.
Yeah, I don't know if you need the 3 people to be in. The 3 people need to be the shumah. You can give it to a messenger to give them the money. I don't think they need it to be there. But when they say what the price is,
okay, so then the 7 go.
Yeah.
But they can send him the money.
I think so.
Yeah.
It just makes sense to me this way. אמר רבי יהודה, למה נקרא שמו אמרחל? It says, Rabbi Yehuda says, why are they called אמרחלים? מפני שהוא מר על כל. אדון על הכל. He's the big boss. He's the master on everything.
Markol.
Yeah. מרקול, בדיוק. בירושלמי אמרו, in ירושלמי it says, למעלה מן המרחלים היו 2 ממונים הנקראים קטילוקים. It says above this 7, there were 2 more guys, even higher than them. They were called קטילוקים. ולפי הרמב"ם היה במקדש 5 דרגות של שררה. The Rambam says there was not, according to this, there's only 3. The Rambam says no, you should know there's even 2 more above the katilokim. ששררה. So he says, who are they? So he says, first of all, whose responsibility is the top guy, high priest. That's his job. It's your responsibility. So anything goes wrong, I'm going to come to you. That's the high priest. You're the guy on top. Make sure you choose good guys. But even if you choose bad guys, I'm not going to blame them. I'm going to come to you. You're the guy on top. It's your responsibility. That's the number 1, HaKohen Gadol. Number 2, סגן הכהן גדול. Your second in command. Yeah, that's number 2. And then שתי קטילוקים, and then we have the 2 guys who are responsible, that he nominates to be responsible for the monies. Says, you guys are going to do everything. But they are theoretical money guys. They're not practical money guys. They don't touch the money. They just make decisions. They're sitting in their head office. They never touch any money. Yeah. But they make sure that everything runs, but they never actually come to the business. You know, they're sitting in the head office. שתי קטילוקים. Then 7 המרחלים. Oh, these guys are on the ground. Yeah, these guys on the field. The 7 המרחלים. And then 3 גזברים who was really in the field. They go out and they, the 7 המרחלים only touch the money, but they don't touch the product. the gizbarim touch the product itself, they look at the sheep, they touch it, they move it.
Shune, how come you need 7 catalogim and only 3 gizbarim? You should have think 7 gizbarim and 3 catalogim.
You're talking about just because of the...
Catalogim,
You're talking about just because of...
or shne kitilog, or shne kitolog.
yeah, but you're talking about practical?
Okay.
No, practical, it's not the right amount over here. It says לא פחות מזה. Not less than this. So if you have a necessity, you get much more.
לא, what I say is 7 המרחלים. המרחלים האלה, they weren't touching the money, right?
No.
והשלושה גזברים, they were touching the money.
Uh-huh.
I was thinking you need more people to touch the money because so much money coming in and manage it, but why you need 7 people to sit in the offices?
You're talking about I think the idea here is to make a decision where the money goes to. You want Kabbalah? You want Kabbalah? I can give you Kabbalah. Kabbalah is the 7 midos. In other words, you have to make a decision every money, where does it go to?
7 and 3.
You have to make a decision where every money goes to. So it has to be according, some people are spenders, some people are not spenders. So you need all the 7 decisions, the 7 midot to be avoided. Is the money supposed to go there or not? They have to agree. Yeah, that's the Kabbalistic idea. But practically, if it was more people were needed, you would use more. For example, gizbarim, I'm sure there were hundreds of gizbarim, but you're not allowed to have less than.
That's the minimum.
That's the minimum. Okay? ואין עושים שררה על הציבור בממון. And besides that, this is for any case, in other cases, you don't collect money that has to go to the congregation, anything that has to do, power. Srara means power, like the Mishna Shekalim minister. You don't take power. Over here it's talking about charity power. Yeah? ואין עושים שררה על הציבור בממון. You don't take power from the congregation when it comes to money. בהסכם ממון פחות משניים. משני אנשים. You need at least 2 people. מפני כבוד הציבור. Not because you don't trust the guy. Sometimes you do trust the guy. They got nothing to do with it. It's the honor of the congregation. שנאמר, והם ייקחו את הזהב. It says, and they should take the gold. Not one individual, many. ומיעוט רבים שניים. And you need at least 2. וכן שנינו, and we also said, הקופה של צדקה, any charity box, נגבית בשניים, you collect it, when you collect it, 2 people, ומתחלקת בשלושה, and when you give it over, you need 3 people. Why? Because these people can decide, you know who we're going to give it to our friends. So it has to be giving in 3. מבואר הטעם בברייתא, and the reason is giving in the ברייתא, נגבית בשתיים, it's collected in 2, שאין עושים שררות על הציבור פחות משניים, because we don't make any charity bill, take money from the congregation less than 2 people. ונתחלקת בשלושה, and then you divide it in 3, because just like a base din, you need 3 in order to divide the money. So over here, כדיני ממונות. So this is already a different ruling. One is גזירת הכתוב, it's from God. Yeah, and the other one is because you're taking with money to congregation, back into congregation, you're dealing with money matters, you need a base din for money matters. חוץ, so it says, all this is excellent, except חוץ מבן אחיה, so all these people, even though it says one name, if they're collecting money, it's 2, and when they're giving money, it's 3. But this is the known name. It says all this is true except 2 jobs. חוץ בן אחיה שעל חולי מים, except בן אחיה, that the doctor was responsible on the people because he didn't touch money. He got a salary and that's it. You don't need...
צריך דברים של רפואה, לקנות.
Yeah, but he got a salary for that. He says, I need this, they buy the refuah. He doesn't buy it.
Oh, he didn't have to deal with
He didn't deal with money, yeah. That's it. He got a job. Your job as a doctor, we pay you a monthly salary and that's it. Go do your job. So he wasn't...
So you used to work for the temple?
Yeah. Everybody worked for the temple. Everybody got a salary. But
everybody got a salary.
everybody got a salary over here.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, everybody works for the
No
temple.
volunteer.
No, there's no
It's a real job.
You don't want volunteers, you remember, because if you do volunteers, you don't do your job well. You remember, we learned that before with the shomrim, with the guards and the things. It says you don't want volunteers. You want people with good money. So you do so you're responsible. Because if you volunteer, you say, today I'm sick, I'm not going to come. What do you mean? No. It's a responsibility. Come. שהיה מתעסק בקניית סמי רעופה, that he was, you were right. Even though he was actually they gave him money to buy. It's not that they bought. They gave him money to buy the medicine, even though that now it should be in 2 or in 3. When he buys the medicine, you need to make sure he buys the right medicine, not too much. You know what I'm saying? He says they gave it to him anyway.
He does it by himself.
It's very strange. ואלעזר שעל הפרוכת, and also Elazar that was responsible for the weaving. שהיה מטפל בקניות הדברים הדרושים לעשיית הפרוכת, and he also used to buy the material by himself. שאף על פי שהיו בידם משכירים, when he says, hey, what's going on over here? It's talking about money of the tabernacle. היו הם לבדם ממונים על כך. It says they were known that these guys were by themselves responsible. Why? שאותן קיבלו רוב הציבור עליהם, because the congregation didn't talk about them. Everybody trusted them. They were known people, probably. They didn't.
If somebody would talk about the doctor and say, he take and he bought for his wife.
That's right. On him, they didn't talk.
Right away, they stopped.
That's right. On them, the people trusted them.
They trusted them.
Yeah. On the other people say, I don't know where the money is going to. Yeah. This guy is the uncle of Bibi. I don't know. That's why he's got all the factories.
He got cigars from there.
Exactly. On the other ones, exactly. שאותן קיבלו רוב הציבור עליהם, וכבחירון זה כוחם יפה כשניים. It says when congregation themselves admit that we can trust the guy, then you can trust him. It's even better than 2. Now 2 can say, hey, they're still talking between them. They trust this guy more than they trust the 2. Yeah, up to here.